Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect with Soldierhawke. I kind of thought about doing some Deus Ex today, but then I just kind of defaulted to Mass Effect because, I don't know, because Mass Effect. As usual, thank you so much for your patience and understanding in the upload delays. It's been like 12 years, so I'm sure you're used to it at this point, but you know. Anyway, the reason for this particular delay, other than just work, was, catching up on work from my scheduled vacation. And then I had to catch up on work because I had a quick, not emergency in the bad sense, but a quick unplanned trip out to Joshua Tree in Las Vegas for sort of work. Not really work, but it was like looking around and getting an idea of some stuff for work. So yeah, there's that. And so, you don't need to hear stories about that though. We're here to hear stories from Mass Effect. So this is probably going to be a long episode with, not necessarily long, but an episode with not a lot of action and all talking, because this is the intro to the Citadel. We aren't going to have access to many side quests until we do the next main quest thing, but we're going to run around, pick up some side quests, meet some people, and then things will open up a little bit, probably in the next episode. We're going to see how far we get here. My goal is to do the side conversations here, do one quick round of that, meet the consort, that kind of thing, and then end on finishing the next main quest thing up in the Citadel Tower, which will then really open up the Citadel to meet a bunch of companions, do a bunch of actual side quests, stuff like that. That's where we'll meet Garrus and Rex and Tali. I think those are the only ones. I think those are the three you pick up in the Citadel. And then, of course, we'll meet Liara later on. That'll be our first stop once we get control of our ship. I always pick her up before I do anything else. I love this setup. Oops.
You know, art doesn't normally do much for me, but that relay statue, I like.
Anyone else hear that low hum? Sounds like it's coming from that statue. Makes my teeth tingle.
Such a itty bitty tiny little bit of foreshadowing there. I love that. I do wonder why the Protheans decided that a sky just like Earth's was the thing to do for the Citadel. It is very convenient for the humans, I gotta say. Very, very helpful. Also that the Protheans like trees and stuff and water. Like, it's very convenient that, 50 million years ago the Citadel was built and now it looks like a park. From Earth. Just saying, that's really convenient. Sorry, give me just 1 second here. It's been a minute. Right.
Regroup!
There we go. Some of those weirder keybinds are never intuitive to me. Alright, let's go talk to the stock trader. Or, well, not stock trader, but finance guy.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepard.
I am the one called Shepard.
It is a great honor to welcome the heroes of the Blitz.
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla Vaughn.
You know,
My job makes it
one thing
necessary
I
for me
will
to keep
say,
informed.
because I want to go
I
through
am
all
a
the dialogue
financial
here,
advisor
but
to many important clients here on the Citadel.
I don't have a lot to
When
say
someone
about
as
it.
important as yourself
One thing
arrives
I
on the
will say
station,
about the
I
aliens
take
in Mass
notice.
Effect, and it does get
Tell me
a
more about your
little
job.
better, but not really.
Galactic
They kind of
finance
have.
is incredibly complex.
Well, it's not a
A
Mass
mix of
Effect problem.
laws
It's
and
really just like a
regulations from
fantasy
dozens of
problem. But
interstellar economies.
all of their
I'm an expert in how all these
alien
economies
races kind of
interact.
fit into a
For a
certain.
fee, I
type.
share my expertise.
And 99% of that
I
sort of
also
race
offer
you meet
premium
are the same
services
sort
for
of
those
person.
clients who need someone
You know what I
to
mean? It's
conduct
like-
business without drawing
Like in
unwanted
fantasy where
attention.
every
Discreet
elf
and
is a
efficient.
dexterous, lithe
my motto.
archer person who loves nature.
Sounds pretty shady.
You know, it's the
Everything
same
I
kind
do
of way
falls
all the
completely within the bounds of interstellar
all of the
commerce
Volus
law.
are the same, all the
Even so,
Asari,
many of my
except for
clients would prefer
Liara,
their
but even that
transactions remain
changes
undisclosed.
to make her more normal
For example,
Asari kind of thing.
suppose a
I don't know.
Hanar ambassador was
I don't know, it's
petitioning
the
the
one-
council to reduce tariffs
The
on
one
Hanar
downside
goods.
of Mass
How would
Effect,
it look if he
I
had
think.
money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition
At least
for his own
of
personal
Mass
gain.
Effect 1.
I can keep his personal
The other
finances
Mass Effects
private.
have bigger downsides than that. Although I do love Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 is absolutely my favorite.
Still sounds shady to me.
And not just because
Then
of
we can only
Thane,
hope
although
you will never
he
be
is
cursed with
not
a
a
large
small
enough fortune to require my
part of the
services.
reason that I love Mass Effect 2. Honestly, Mass Effect
Tell
3
me
is
more
great
about your
too.
job.
I don't know if I've been over this before.
I also offer premium
I actually
services for
don't
those
hate the
clients who
ending
need
of Mass
someone to
Effect
conduct
3.
What's it
business.
like living here on the Citadel?
I don't.
The station is without a doubt the
We'll
greatest
we'll
wonder
get
in
more
the
into
galaxy.
it, but
It is a technological marvel,
yeah,
but its
I
true
don't.
splendor goes much deeper than
partly
the
for
howling
my own
engines.
reasons, but
From the Presidium
partly
to the
just because
wards,
it doesn't
the entire station is a
actually
testament to
suck.
the success of the
Like,
council. All the species
I don't know.
of Citadel space
I don't get
together
the
in a
hate.
single
I really don't.
strong community.
What makes the Presidium
But
so
I mean,
special?
obviously my
It is
opinions
the
are
political
shit. Like,
center of Citadel
The Last
space.
Jedi is one of my favorite movies,
80%
full stop
all
of all time.
intelligent
So,
species in the known
you
galaxy
know,
acknowledge
my
the
internet
council's
opinion is
authority
worthless.
on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
I do really like Barla Vaughn's voice actor.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find down in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Now, if I recall correctly, we don't have access to the wards yet. That's going to be an after the next MSQ story beat kind of thing.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I should go. I'm just thinking of this Citadel DLC. We'll get there in probably 3 or 4 years. I should go. I should go. I should go. Such a good DLC. It's maybe one of my favorite DLCs of all time. In any game ever.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
I love this guy as an intro to the Hanar.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods
One
it
of the
has for
things I
purchase,
will say
all
about
of
Mass
great
Effect
worth.
is at least they have some aliens that aren't just like two-legged,
What exactly do you
two-armed
sell?
humans. Like
Only
they have the
finest
Hanar and the
most
Elcor,
luxurious
even
items
the
that credits can
Volus
buy.
are a little different.
This one is able to procure
Not that
almost
different.
any item the human would desire, for a price, naturally.
But the Hanar are an awesome race.
Why do you refer to yourself as this one?
I
and
really,
it?
really love how they
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is
how they
part of
work
our
with
culture.
the Drell. Starting in Mass Effect 2, like that
Specifically,
whole
Hanar
relationship
only refer to
between the
themselves
Drell
in
and the
the
Hanar.
first person
Oh,
with family
some of
or
my
intimates.
favorite Mass Effect lore.
And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
Who are you?
This one's face
Oops.
name is Delaninder, though
Didn't
many in
realize
this
that was going
place
to
simply
repeat.
refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
I think we're good now.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human.
I wonder what
You will
kind
not
of
be disappointed.
voice changer they use for those guys. Or that guy. I think all the Hanar are voiced by the same actor. Because, yeah. And I don't think we need any of that, honestly. Alright, let's go. Let's go meet Shaira. Oh, but first...
I can't get there.
Dang it.
Huddle up!
Keep hitting E. Been playing too much Final
Hard to
Fantasy.
believe the Krogan were once seen as the saviors of the galaxy.
If you're gonna make a Krogan statue, you might as well make it big, right?
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 3.
I like
Here in the
Avina
financial
so
district,
much.
A number of businesses offer various
so
goods
funny.
and services to their exclusive clientele. The statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars. In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions, several embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the Council.
What were the Krogan rebellions?
Tell me more about the Krogan rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars,
is such
the
good
Krogan
world
were
building.
granted several new
Ugh.
colony worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell.
I should do some rereading
Faced
of
with a critical
Seamus
overpopulation
Young's
crisis, the Krogan
Mass
started
Effect,
a violent colonization
giant
of nearby
Mass Effect
worlds inhabited by
series
other
that
Council
he wrote.
species.
He was
The
so
Krogan
brilliant
rebellions had begun.
writing about this game.
For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the
And he
newly discovered
loved
Turian Empire,
the world
they were
building in this
ultimately
first game.
successful.
And rightly pointed out that like
You needed the
95% of
Krogan
all
to
the
stop
good stuff
Rachni.
in the next
Then you needed the
games
Turians to stop
comes
the Krogan.
from the
So who's
groundwork
gonna
laid
stop the
here. All the
Turians?
new stuff,
I am sorry,
pretty
but
bad.
that question is
Except
beyond
for
my
a few things like,
programming parameters.
I would argue the Drell and the
Turians are
Hanar
members of
lore
the
is
Citadel
cool.
Council.
But
They are
everything
not a
else
threat
comes
to
from like the
galactic
Rachni
peace.
War and the Krogan Rebellion and the Genophage. And like, those are the three baseline things
What were the
that
Rachni
everything
Wars?
cool
Nearly
in Mass Effect 2
2200
and 3
years
come
ago,
from, basically.
Explorers
There are some
seeking to
new
expand
stuff is
Citadel
cool,
space
but
opened up
90%
mass
of it comes
relays
from
leading
all the
to
groundwork
systems controlled
laid
by
in
the
like the
Rachni.
first 5 hours of Mass
A
Effect
highly
1.
intelligent and
amazing.
aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries. The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back. The Krogan then pursued their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds, the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
Well,
Was it
good
really
thing we'll
necessary
never
to wipe
meet a
them out?
Rachni. They're all dead,
I am
you guys.
sorry, but a
Totally
value
extinct.
judgment of that nature goes
Don't
beyond
exist.
my programming.
Why did the Council fight so hard to keep the statue?
The Krogan were
I do
instrumental
kind of like
in
that
saving
they've
the
got
galaxy
this
from the Rachni
little
threat.
political
The Council
tiff over
believed
the
this
statue,
historical
too.
fact should not be forgotten.
That just, it
The
little things
Council
like that
also
make the
hoped
world
that
feel
preserving
so
the
real.
memorial would improve diplomatic
I love that.
relations with the Krogan and bring about a peaceful resolution to the rebellions. Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
they don't actually mention the genophage here. Although this
That's
is a
all for
tourism
now.
thing, so maybe
Thank
that
you
kind of
for
makes
using
sense.
Avina. Have a pleasant day.
Do we learn about the genophage from Rex? That must be where we learned about it. I thought we learned about it here. Alright.
That's nothing.
Oh,
I've
this
had
is
my
funny.
office rearranged
I remember
5
this
times.
conversation.
5 times? Why? What do
They're
they
talking
want?
about the keepers
How
here.
should I know? It's not like keepers offer an explanation for what they're doing.
And yet, everyone just lets them go on doing whatever it is they do.
What choice do we
More
have?
foreshadowing,
If we
although
try to
you don't
stop
know it
them,
yet, of
they
course.
just shut down and another one replaces it.
Just strange that we know so little about them.
Not to mention frustrating.
You know, I gotta say that if I like woke up in the middle of the night and found one of these giant human-sized bug things like crawling on my ceiling or something, that would freak me the fuck out. Like, I don't want to live on the Citadel if that might happen.
Welcome. I am Naylina. I
All right.
don't recognize you as one of our expected
So
clients today.
here's the thing
Would you like
about
me
the
to
consort,
see
right?
when the consort will be
I
able to meet
love Shaira
Can't I just go in?
and the idea of
I'm
the
afraid
consort
not.
as a
with you?
character.
Yeah, you must understand
really
there are
love
many who
it.
seek the consort services.
And I
But
really
if you wish
hate
to leave
this
your
scene
name, she'll make
and how
every
it's
effort
done
to meet with you.
so much. Like, so much. It's so bad.
What is the consort? What does she do?
It's difficult to
Not
explain.
this specifically,
She's many
but
things to
when
many
you go to
people
meet her
and
for the first
something
time.
different for each.
And the second
Some
time
seek
you
for
meet her is
advice, some for
great.
entertainment, others still for
The
pleasure.
first time, not so much.
Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
You make her
I like
sound
the idea of
some
the
kind
consort,
oracle.
though. It's neat.
No,
And the quest
not
she gives
in
you is
the
really
usual
cool, too.
sense. She's merely a woman with
And the
remarkable
reward for the quest
compassion
is
and
even
a
better.
generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
What do you do here, Nalina?
I'm one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended
So
to
I've
just
always
the
wondered
same.
this about the
It's
acolytes.
our job
Do you
to
think
ensure
that's
that they
skin
leave
that's showing, or
contented.
do they have a perfectly blue-colored
What exactly
shirt
do you
that
attend
matches
to?
their skin there?
Well, each acolyte has her
can't tell.
unique abilities. Some soothe with song,
I
others
assume
with
it's supposed to be
conversation.
skin, but I don't know.
As
The
much as
texture is a
possible, we
little
seek
weird.
to match the needs of
And
our
I'm not sure if
clients
that's
to the
just
skills of our acolytes.
Early aughts graphics,
My
or
specialty is touch.
if it's
My
actually supposed to be a
fingertips
shirt.
can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid. But if you wish to leave your name,
Oops.
she'll make every effort to meet with you.
Commander Shepard, with the Alliance Navy.
Excellent. You should hear something in 3 or 4 months.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I
The
have your
voice
name
acting in
and
this
you'll
game
be
really is
contacted.
good, though.
Is
I
there
gotta
anything
give it up
else?
for like 95% of the actors.
I think I'm done here.
Very good.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
I think Dwight Schultz is
Melina.
in this somewhere, too.
Yes, Shaira?
Send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with her.
Yes, of course, mistress.
See? This is so unnecessary.
Huh.
They make
It
a
appears
huge
the
point
consort
of
has
like
taken notice of you.
saying the
She'd like to
consort's
meet with
not
you
just
now.
a sex thing, and then they basically turn it into
What
a
does she
sex
want to see
thing.
me for?
I don't know. You'll have to
Very
ask her
annoying.
yourself.
Not as bad as
Just head
Miranda in
upstairs.
Mass
She'll
Effect
be
2.
waiting
Poor
for you.
Miranda. My God. I've heard that the most egregious butt shots have been taken out in this.
Big place.
Whatever, like the full edition that I'm playing
I
here
see even the
is.
humans find the consort irresistible.
I forget the official name.
An hour here is better than a year on leave. If only I could afford to come more often. No questions now. I'm trying to relax.
This is my first time. I can't believe I didn't come sooner.
Welcome. It is a pleasure to see you.
I'd spend all day here if I could. Isn't this place terrific? This is the most relaxed I've been in days. This is my first time. I can't
The sorry butt wiggle is so obnoxious.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our Citadel.
I got here like half an hour ago.
What exactly do you do?
That depends on your needs. I offer advice to some, comfort to others. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Of course I'll help.
Maybe I can help.
I'm a Paragon Shepherd.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Korra's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful.
Really, Chica? Really?
Now I must ask you to take your leave. I have many clients waiting to see me.
Rub your face on me and dismiss me. That's how this is gonna go, huh?
I ask that you return to me only after you have spoken with Septimus.
I hate that specifically. However, Shire is a really cool character.
I have to admit I'm a little nervous.
That's understandable. Many are a little unsure what to expect their first time.
Don't get me wrong. I've only heard good things about the consort. It's just...
The unknown forces us out of our comfort zone. It forces us to be vulnerable.
Exactly. That's just what I was thinking.
Good. Then we are ready to begin.
And of course we can't leave without telling the Acolyte how very, very important we are.
If you are ever asked to aid Shira, it's quite an honor.
I think the only new here,
what do you know about the
thing
general?
here is Septimus.
He's been seeing the consort for longer than I can remember. Then one day, he stormed out of here furious. He hasn't been back since.
Bummer.
He was always very respectful to the Acolytes, very noble.
I think I'm done here.
Of course. Come back anytime.
As long as we have an appointment. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any awards locations accessible. I'm gonna go double check. I'm like 99% sure we can't get down there though. Yeah, it's locked. Okay. We have to do the next story thing first. Oh, but we have another Evina first. I forgot they really draw your attention to the keepers here.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 2. You are standing near the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the Presidium's most recognizable and important structures. Behind me is the spectacular Relay Monument, a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay. To your left is one of the Keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see Keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The Keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties,
Do not squish the
including
giant bugs,
incarceration and rehabilitation.
even if they show up in your room at night and rearrange your shit.
I'd like to know more about the Keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station. Citadel regulations protect the Keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
Any particular reason there are so many Keepers in this area?
The Keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that the tower houses the Citadel's primary control systems. Many of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the Keepers operate those systems
So these
from
random
inside the
bugs
tower's
that
inaccessible
don't talk
core. The Keepers
are in
also
charge
make
of
frequent
navigation and
appearances
life
in the council
support
chamber itself,
for this
though they
huge
appear to be
space
just
station.
passing through on their way to some other
Nothing at all
destination.
suspicious about that. I'm sure everything's
Tell me
fine.
about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel control, the
They're
tower is one of
benevolent
the most
giant
important
bugs.
buildings on the station.
Peaceful even.
Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
Actually, you know
What
what?
happens in Citadel
Keepers are
Control?
another example of a
Citadel Control
non-humanoid
handles all
alien
incoming
species
and
that are pretty
outbound
cool. So are the
transit.
Rachni, actually.
Every ship within 2,000 kilometers of the Citadel is under the jurisdiction of Citadel Control. At peak capacity, they are responsible for monitoring upwards of 1,000 vessels.
I'd like to hear more about the council chambers.
The business of the Council, which often has far-reaching effects on the galactic community, is conducted in a room at the apex of the Citadel Tower. The Council chambers themselves are truly a magnificent sight to behold, though few get to experience the view in person. Typically, only the councilors, ambassadors, and high-ranking officials, along with various support staff, are allowed access.
What if someone has business with the council?
The average citizen must go through the proper channels if they wish an audience with the Council. This is usually arranged through their respective ambassadors. Even then, few are given access to the actual Council chambers. In most cases, the ambassador acts on behalf of the citizen.
Gotta brag to the AI.
I'm scheduled to have an audience with the council.
Aren't you
Only
impressed?
a handful of visitors to the Citadel are ever granted that privilege. I would be jealous, but that is outside the scope of my programming.
So is being impressed, let's be real.
Tell me more about the Relay Monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel, the Relay Monument is one of the station's most interesting and controversial features. What is the meaning behind this striking piece of art? Is it a tribute to Prothean vanity? A reminder of their conquest of the galaxy through mass relay technology? Or perhaps it is a symbol of unity, a Prothean acknowledgement that the relays would eventually lead other species here to the Citadel. No one can say for sure, making the Relay Monument a favorite topic of discussion among academics and scholars.
I think that's everything. Is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. I think we're good.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avena. Have a pleasant day.
Poor Caden. Always with the headaches. Alright. Let's go up into one of the dumber cutscenes in this game. Most cutscenes, really good. This cutscene, pretty bad.
The council isn't gonna ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
I love Ashley. I love them both. I love all the characters. I really wish you could keep both Caden and Ashley. Hi, buddy.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the C-Sec investigation into Saren.
Tell me
Come
about
across
it.
anything I should know about?
Saren's a Spectre. Most of his activities are classified. I couldn't find anything solid. But I know he's up to something. Like you humans say, I feel it in my gut.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Garrus, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. I do love Garrus. We all do, right? Yeah. I never have done the Garrus romance. I probably should at some point.
The Volus won't be joining the
I
council
love
for
these
years.
guys.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
Allowing the humans to join us is a sound strategic move. But the Volus? No. The Hanar are likely to be next, then the Elcor.
You may be right, though the Hanar need to lighten up a bit first.
You just don't like them because you have trouble understanding them.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants. Commander?
Ah, okay. Can't talk to him yet.
You sure have to climb a lot of stairs to reach the council. Think that's supposed to be symbolic of their importance?
Could be.
I bet all these staircases aren't just for show. They make for good defensive positions if this place is ever attacked.
I actually like that explanation better. I
The hearing's already started. Come on.
I mean, I was visiting the consort.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to
The
indicate Saren
giant,
is involved in any way.
gigantic evil
Investigation by
projection of
Citadel
Saren.
security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden
Udina's
Prime
such an
reports,
idiot.
Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized
To be
dock
fair, the
worker
council
is
are
hardly
also
compelling
idiots, but
proof.
Udina is a bigger
I
idiot.
resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be
Anderson is
involved
also
when
an idiot
humanity
in
makes
this
false
particular
charges
scene.
against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard, the one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about
Honestly,
the beacon
even
was if you were
Shepard's an
there.
idiot.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read
No
the
matter
Eden
what you
Prime
pick.
report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your
At
species
least they let you know
needs
who
to
the bad
learn
guy
its
is,
place,
straight up.
Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres. He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this
I
meeting.
do like Udina's
This
voice
meeting
actor,
has
though.
no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
We'll go neutral.
You can't hide behind the council forever.
There is
See
still
what I
one
mean? Even the
outstanding issue.
neutral one makes you sound like
Commander
an idiot.
Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
No.
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
See, should have just said no. Like, no wonder the council doesn't like us. They're dumb,
The council
but
has found no evidence.
we're
of
not
any
doing
connection
ourselves
between
any
Saren
favors
and
either.
the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
He looks so evil.
This meeting is adjourned.
I wonder if everyone who zooms into the council gets a big red evil hologram, or if it's just how Saren chose to do it.
You and Saren have too much history. It made the council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason: to exterminate the entire human race.
Whoa.
Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't
Forgot how
safe.
abrupt this is.
Tell me about this history
Damn.
between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad.
Apparently.
We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
Okay.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the executive.
Yeah, let's go get
That's
Garrus
right.
to help.
He was asking for
He
more
seemed
time
cool.
to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with
Loser.
Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
Hey, don't talk to Captain
You can't
sometimes
just cut
dumbass
Captain
that way.
Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to
then.
take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
You and Saren have a history.
About 20. Saren
Oh,
eliminated
shit.
his target. But a lot of people died along the way. Innocent people.
Sorry about
And the
that.
official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience. No hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
I don't think that's as black and white a decision as you think it is, Captain. 1,000 people to end a war?
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community.
He's
But for
frustrated
them,
and he's
it's
a
one-way
petulant
street.
child.
They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
I don't know that I want to make a value judgment here.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
It's about time.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional
I'm not
individuals.
sure I love that.
People who can get the job done, like you.
I mean, it's going to benefit us, but you know.
They've been watching
that
you
seems
for
a
years.
little weird.
They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates.
Except
but when
with
something
Saren.
does go wrong, there's usually
Well, actually,
only
that's
one
not
solution.
fair once you get to know a story.
Send another
but,
Spectre
you know.
to bring the rogue agent down.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game, and the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics, doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Tell me about Bar Levon.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail.
I honestly forgot that we could talk to him again about
but
Saren.
He knows all the loopholes.
I'm interested. I have
He's got
no
an
memory
impressive
of what
client
he
list.
says. I mean, I assume he's not going to
Ambassadors,
tell us
diplomats,
anything because
specters.
that
That's
would
probably
be
why the Shadow
terrible
Broker uses
to talk about a client. But I'm interested in
I should go.
seeing what he has to
Good
say.
luck,
We'll
Shepard.
definitely stop by there
I'll
again.
be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
All right, everyone. I think we're going to call it there. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the Citadel. I know there wasn't a lot of action today, but I mean, it's Mass Effect, so the conversations are half the action, right? Next time is going to be a lot of side questing and a lot of gathering characters. We should be able to pick up Garrus and Rex and Tally and all those good folks. That'll be fun. We can start running around with Garrus, which is always fun. Especially in this one, because I usually play a sniper, and Garrus is a sniper, but he's not really a sniper in Mass Effect 1. So we don't have to have dueling snipers. Anyway, as always, like, subscribe, Patreon, blah, 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 all that good stuff. And until then, I will see you next time.